आकाशवाणी है। अब आप सिद्धार्थ सिंह से समाचार सुनिए। झारखंड में विधानसभा चुनाव के तीसरे चरण में आज रांची, रामगढ़, हजारीबाग, कोडरमा, चतरा, गिरिडीह और सरायकेला खरसवां जिले की 17 सीटों पर वोट डाले जाएंगे। मतदान सुबह 7 बजे से लेकर शाम 5 बजे तक चलेगा, लेकिन नक्सल प्रभावित 12 सीटों पर ये शाम 3 बजे समाप्त हो जाएगा। अन्य सीटें रांची, हटिया, कांके, रामगढ़ और बरकटा में मतदान शाम 5 बजे तक चलेगा। मुख्य निर्वाचन अधिकारी विनय कुमार चौबे ने रांची में संवाददाताओं से बातचीत में कहा कि 56 लाख से अधिक मतदाता 32 महिलाओं सहित 309 उम्मीदवारों के राजनीतिक भाग्य का फैसला करेंगे। इस चरण में 99 निर्दलीय उम्मीदवार भी मैदान में हैं। उन्होंने कहा कि निर्बाध मतदान कराने के लिए 40,000 से अधिक मतदान कर्मी तैनात किए गए हैं। नागरिकता संशोधन विधेयक 2019 संसद में पारित हो गया है। राज्यसभा में कल रात इस विधेयक को मंजूरी दी। विधेयक के समर्थन में 125 और विरोध में 105 सदस्यों के मत पड़े। सदन ने विधेयक को मंजूरी देते समय विपक्षी दलों के संशोधनों को खारिज कर दिया। ये विधेयक लोकसभा में सोमवार को पारित हुआ था। लोकसभा में 311 सदस्यों ने इसके पक्ष में और 80 सदस्यों ने विरोध में मतदान किया था। विधेयक में नागरिकता अधिनियम 1955 में संशोधन किया गया है और अफगानिस्तान, बांग्लादेश तथा पाकिस्तान के 6 समुदायों के अवैध प्रवासियों को भारतीय नागरिकता देने का पात्र बनाया गया है। ये समुदाय हैं हिंदू, सिख, बौद्ध, जैन, पारसी और ईसाई। राज्यसभा में विधेयक के बारे में बोलते हुए गृह मंत्री अमित शाह ने इस बात पर जोर दिया कि ये मुसलमानों के खिलाफ नहीं है। उन्होंने कहा कि मुसलमानों को देश के नागरिक के रूप में सभी अधिकार मिलते रहेंगे। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने नागरिकता संशोधन विधेयक राज्यसभा में पारित होने पर खुशी व्यक्त की है। उन्होंने कहा कि यह भारत के लिए ऐतिहासिक दिन है और देश के सहानुभूति तथा भाईचारे के मूल्यों का प्रतीक है। प्रधानमंत्री ने ट्वीट में कहा कि यह विधेयक उन लोगों के कष्ट दूर करेगा जो वर्षों से अत्याचार का सामना कर रहे हैं। गृहमंत्री अमित शाह ने कहा कि इसके साथ ही करोड़ों वंचित और पीड़ित लोगों के सपने साकार हो गए हैं। उन्होंने विधेयक का समर्थन करने वाले सभी लोगों को धन्यवाद किया। सूचना और प्रसारण मंत्री प्रकाश जावड़ेकर ने कहा कि ये कानून भारत के पड़ोसी देशों के धार्मिक रूप से प्रताड़ित अल्पसंख्यकों को सम्मानपूर्ण जीवन प्रदान करेगा। उन्होंने ट्वीट में इस ऐतिहासिक कदम के लिए प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी और गृह मंत्री अमित शाह की सराहना की। दूसरी तरफ कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष सोनिया गांधी ने नागरिकता संशोधन विधेयक 2019 पारित होने को भारत के बहुलवाद पर संकुचित विचारधारा की जीत कहा। उन्होंने एक बयान में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ध्रुवीकरण एजेंडा के खिलाफ संघर्ष जारी रखने की कांग्रेस की प्रतिबद्धता व्यक्त की। उच्चतम न्यायालय तेलंगाना में एक पशु चिकित्सक के साथ दुष्कर्म और उसकी हत्या के 4 आरोपियों की मुठभेड़ में हुई मौत की स्वतंत्र एसआईटी जांच कराने की मांग करने वाली 2 याचिकाओं पर आज सुनवाई करेगा। प्रधान न्यायाधीश एस.ए. बोबडे की अध्यक्षता वाली पीठ ने इस घटना की जांच के लिए उच्चतम न्यायालय के किसी पूर्व न्यायाधीश को नियुक्त करने का प्रस्ताव किया है। सुनवाई के दौरान तेलंगाना सरकार के वकील मुकुल रोहतगी और कृष्ण कुमार सिंह ने कहा कि मुठभेड़ की जांच के लिए राज्य सरकार ने उच्चतम न्यायालय के निर्धारित नियमों का पूरा पालन किया है। अमेरिका ने मुंबई आतंकी हमले के सूत्रधार और प्रतिबंधित आतंकी गुट जमात-उद-दावा के सरगना हाफिज सईद को आरोपी बनाए जाने का स्वागत किया है। पाकिस्तान की आतंकवाद विरोधी अदालत ने कल सईद और उसके 3 सहयोगियों पर आतंकी गतिविधियों को वित्तीय सहायता देने का आरोपी ठहराया। दक्षिण और मध्य एशियाई मामलों की सहायक विदेश मंत्री एलिस जी वेल ने एक ट्वीट में कहा कि अमेरिका हाफिज सईद और उसके साथियों पर अभियोग लगाए जाने का स्वागत करता है। वेल्स ने यह भी कहा कि अमेरिका अपने अंतर्राष्ट्रीय दायित्वों और 26/11 जैसे आतंकी हमलों के अपराधियों को न्याय दिलाने के लिए पूरी कानूनी कार्रवाई और जल्द सुनवाई की मांग करता है। अक्टूबर में वित्तीय कार्यबल ने पाकिस्तान को चेतावनी दी थी कि यदि वो आतंकी सहायता को नहीं रोकता तो उसे काली सूची में डाल दिया जाएगा। भारत ने कल मुंबई में तीसरे और अंतिम टी20 क्रिकेट मैच में वेस्टइंडीज को 67 रन से हरा दिया। इस जीत से भारत ने 3 मैचों की श्रृंखला 2-1 से जीत ली। भारत ने पहले बल्लेबाजी करते हुए निर्धारित 20 ओवर में 3 विकेट पर 240 रन बनाए। केएल राहुल ने 56 गेंदों में ताबड़तोड़ 91 रन का योगदान किया। इसके साथ ही ये समाचार बुलेटिन समाप्त हुआ।
This is All India Radio. The news read by Sunil Verma. The third phase of assembly elections will be held in Jharkhand today. 17 constituencies spread over 8 districts will go to polls in this phase. These districts are Ranchi, Ramgarh, Hazaribagh, Kodarma, Bokaro, Chatra, Giridih and Saraikela Kharsama. In 12 constituencies, polling will be held between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. due to security reasons, while in the remaining 5 seats, Ranchi, Hatia, Kanke, Ramgarh and Barkhatta, it will be between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. 309 candidates, including 32 women, are in the fray in this phase. Chief Electoral Officer of the state, Vinay Kumar Chaubey, said that more than 40,000 polling personnel have been deployed for smooth conduct of elections. The Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019 has been passed by the Parliament, with the Rajya Sabha approving it last night. 125 members supported the legislation, while 105 opposed it. The House also negated the amendments moved by opposition parties while approving the bill. The bill was passed by the Lok Sabha on Monday. The bill amends the Citizenship Act 1955 to make illegal migrants of 6 communities from Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan eligible for Indian citizenship. The communities are Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christians. Speaking on the bill in the Rajya Sabha, Home Minister Amit Shah asserted that it is not against the Muslims. He said they will continue to enjoy the rights as the citizens of the country. Mr. Shah also allayed the fears of the people from northeastern states, saying the bill will not affect their interests. He said the NDA government is committed to preserving their cultural, social and linguistic identities. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed happiness at the Citizenship Amendment Bill getting nod of the Rajya Sabha. Mr. Modi said it is a landmark day for India and the nation's ethos of compassion and brotherhood. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said the bill will alleviate the sufferings of many who faced persecution for years. He expressed gratitude to all the members of the Parliament who voted in favour of the bill. Home Minister Amit Shah said, with this, the dreams of crores of deprived and victimized people have come true. In a tweet, Mr. Shah said he is grateful to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his resolve to ensure dignity and safety for the affected people. He also thanked everyone for their support. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said the legislation will provide a dignified life to religiously oppressed minorities from India's neighbourhood. In a tweet, Mr. Javadekar hailed Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah for the historic step. On the other hand, Congress President Sonia Gandhi described the passage of the bill as a victory of narrow-minded over India's pluralism. In a statement, she reiterated Congress's determination to be relentless in its struggle against what she alleged is the BJP's polarizing agenda. India and Germany have condemned terrorism in all its forms and manifestations and stressed the need for strengthening international cooperation to combat the menace in a comprehensive and sustained manner. This was resolved at 8th meeting of the India-Germany Joint Working Group on Counter-Terrorism in New Delhi yesterday. The Indian delegation was led by Mahavir Singhvi, Joint Secretary for Counter-Terrorism in the Ministry of External Affairs. An official statement said they exchanged assessments on threats posed by globally proscribed terrorist entities and their affiliates, as well as ongoing concerns over cross-border terrorism in South Asian region. The US has welcomed the indictment of Hafiz Saeed, the Mumbai terror attack mastermind and chief of the band Jamaat-ud-Dawa (JUD). Saeed was yesterday indicted by a Pakistani anti-terrorism court along with 3 of his close aides on terror financing charges. Britain will go to polls today to elect a new parliament. A snap general election was called to break the Brexit deadlock that has gripped Britain ever since the 2016 referendum vote to leave the European Union. A total of 3,322 candidates are contesting the 650 seats this year. Britain's impending exit from the European Union played a key role in the campaign this time. India won T20 International Series 2-1 against West Indies after beating the visitors by 67 runs in the third and final match in Mumbai last night. Put into bat first, the hosts made 240 runs at the loss of 3 wickets. West Indies managed to score 173 runs, KL Rahul and 91 and Rohit Sharma 71 runs were top scorers for India. And that is the end of this news bulletin.
This is All India Radio. In the program Spotlight, now we bring you a discussion on successful launch of Earth observation satellite RISAT 2BR1. The participants are Biman Basu, science expert, and Nimish Kapoor, journalist.
Today's launch of RISAT 2BR1 and 9 commercial satellites through PSLV C-48 marked a significant milestone for the ISRO, as it was the 50th flight of the PSLV and also the 75th vehicle mission from Sriharikota. Basuji, please tell us the importance of today's launch.
Today's satellite RISAT 2BR1, one of those satellites which is known as, it's a remote sensing satellite, but it works on radar. So it is a radar imaging satellite. That's why it is called RISAT. And the difference is remote sensing satellites, they image the surface of the earth using camera in different wavelengths, of course. But that needs light. And a remote sensing satellite cannot work if there is cloud or at night. But RISAT can work in any condition, under a cloud cover or at night, and from any situation it doesn't affect the performance of this satellite. It is basically a radar imaging satellite, and radar imaging means that unlike the other remote sensing satellites where they receive the light reflected from the surface of the earth, radar imaging satellite actually sends radar beams towards the surface of the earth and then receives back the reflected light, and by analyzing those radar signals it creates the image. And the advantage of this technique is, particular satellite which was launched today, it can detect an object as small as 35 centimeters. So from that height, 500 kilometers, it can detect any object of dimension of 35 centimeters on ground. So this will be a great advantage for the especially Indian Army, especially for surveillance of the border areas.
It is also called intelligence satellite because Earth observation satellite or communication satellite deployed for military or intelligence applications. Basuji, ISRO has now entered in international space market, and destination ISRO is now attracting US, Europe and Asian countries. In this launch, it has carried 9 customer satellites, including 1 each from Israel, Italy, Japan and 6 from US. How do you see that this business aspect of ISRO?
ISRO has been launching satellites from other countries for many years now, and I think it has already earned about 6,000 crore rupees or something like that by launching other countries' satellites. There is one new organization under ISRO which is known as New Space India Limited, NSIL, which is now taking care of these commercial aspects. So this is a very encouraging sign, and it is happening because of the credibility of the launch vehicles that we have. Especially PSLV. Today it was the 50th flight of PSLV, and in the past only 2 failures have been there in the beginning. So this reliability you don't get with many countries, and the cost also, because Indian costs are much lower than the cost charged by United States or Russia. These two advantages of cost and reliability makes Indian Space Research Organization an attractive destination for countries who want to launch their satellites by Indian rockets.
We would also like to know in detail about the RISAT, today's launch. Radar imaging satellite, Earth observation satellite is a series of Indian radar imaging satellites built by ISRO, which provides all-weather surveillance using synthetic aperture radars. So you please tell us about the series of this RISAT.
Today's was the 4th RISAT. See, RISAT 1, it was being developed by ISRO, but key component of that was not developed. So RISAT 2 was purchased and then it was launched in 2009. Soon after the Bombay attack, it was realized that we must have better surveillance, especially at night, to check such infiltration and this kind of activity. So RISAT 2 was purchased and it was launched before RISAT 1. It was launched on 20th April 2009 to be in space, ready to monitor the border areas and other possibilities of the kind of infiltration that led to the Mumbai attack. So after that, RISAT 1 was launched on 26th April 2012 and RISAT 2B was launched on 22nd May this year, and of course on 11th December, that is today, it was the 4th satellite of the series was launched. But let me tell you one very important thing, that the launch of RISAT 2 by PSLV comes only 14 days after the launch of Cartosat 3. Now this quick succession of launches is a record for ISRO, and it shows the preparedness of ISRO to be ready with a launch vehicle to launch satellites in quick succession.
And this 50th mission of PSLV and 75th launch from Sriharikota, how do you see the journey of ISRO and especially contribution of Sriharikota?
You see, the first rocket of ISRO was launched from Tumba, which is in Kerala, but it is on the west coast of India, Arabian Sea. But the Earth rotates from west to east. So if we launch a rocket from the east coast, then it gains a speed of about 6,000 kilometers without spending any additional fuel. So a search was made and Sriharikota Island in Andhra Pradesh was selected for a sort of launching station. And then all the further launches, even for SLV-3 and PSLV, ASLV, GSLV, all the rockets have been launched from Sriharikota because it is on the eastern coast, and rockets launched from here gains more than 6,000 kilometers without spending additional fuel.
Today's satellite RESAT 2BR1, 628 kg satellite, meant for applications in various fields like agriculture, forestry and disaster management, as well as for our army. So please tell us more about the advantages of this satellite in the field of agriculture and forestry.
This is an all-weather satellite. That means cloud cover, darkness, even dust and everything, it cannot sort of reduce its performance. So it can work day and night. Now, as you know, the Kharif season, which falls during the monsoon, and during this period, because the sky is mostly covered with cloud, it is difficult to monitor the crop. So satellite which can work all round, more advantageous to get the monitoring done better about crop diseases, so many other things are there. This way it is very helpful in agriculture, that is, it can monitor crops even at night and under cloudy conditions, which other remote sensing satellites that we have cannot do. In fact, RESAT was the first remote sensing satellite which could work under all conditions, that is cloudy cover and darkness, built by ISRO. Before that, all the remote sensing satellites that we have about 13 in orbit at the moment, they all work only during daylight. They cannot work under cloudy conditions and they cannot work at night. So that way RESAT satellites are much more advantageous. But as I told you, that this particular RESAT satellite has a resolution of 35 centimeters. That is a very high resolution image. With this you can even monitor movement of a small vehicle or even anything along the border. It will be very helpful for our army and defense.
So it is a two-dimensional image it will give?
No, it can give three-dimensional also.
Okay.
You see, it's a radar imaging. So radar imaging is something where you can get the spatial resolution also and also the depth resolution.
It also provides its lights to illuminate an area on the ground and take a picture at radio
It
wavelengths.
scans, it's just like, it's a radar beam. The radar works, it can spot an aircraft or a ship at sea by scanning. Actually, the satellite scans the ground by sending the radar beam and getting the reflections back and recording it.
How it stores the images? Some computer storage or some antenna or something in the satellite?
Any signal can be stored. No difficulty, because these days the electronics is so advanced, you can store on a chip or anything. The thing is that, it stores and then it has to send back to the ground also. Because unless it sends back to the ground, we cannot process the image and we cannot really get the benefit of that imagery.
Today, ISRO is celebrating 50th mission of PSLV also, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. And this satellite, today's launch, PSLV C-48, how it is different from the other type of PSLV?
PSLV comes in 3 or 4 configurations. One is the core only, that is, it has no additional booster. It is used for very light satellites for low orbit. Then you have a large one where you have 6 boosters. And this one, today it is used, it's called QL version. It used 4 boosters. So PSLV can be modified, rather boosters can be added or taken off depending on the orbit into which you want to send and the weight of the satellite. Because it was a low altitude, 560 kilometers, it used a PSLV with 4 boosters, which is known as QL version.
ISRO is also planning unmanned launch of Gaganyaan in December 2020 and Gaganyaan manned mission in 2022. ISRO confirmed Gaganyaan manned space mission with 3 crew members by 2022. What are the interesting facts of this mission Gaganyaan?
ISRO has already progressed quite a lot in this direction. Any manned mission, there are a few things which have to be taken care of. One is that after completing the stay in orbit, the spacecraft had to return to Earth, and when returning to Earth, it has to pass through the atmosphere. And a very critical point in re-entry of the capsule into the atmosphere is the heat that is produced when it enters the atmosphere because of friction with the atmosphere. So ISRO has already tested re-entry using a dummy capsule and including the dummy inside human beings sort of thing. They have also tested one thing which is very important, because during launch the astronauts sit on the top of the rocket, and if anything goes wrong at the launch time, then they have to be taken to safety. So that is known as pad abort system. So ISRO has already tested that pad abort system, where the capsule will be taken off and then it will land under a parachute, taking the crew to safety in case of anything happening after the ignition of the first stage. So these things they have already tested. But a very critical point that they have to do now, the life support system. See, the life support system is very important for a manned mission, because to sustain 3 persons, even 4 or 5 days, you need source of oxygen, you need waste disposal, so many things, recycled water or whatever, drinking water. So all these things, of course, they must be working on that, but till now they have not tested those things. So before they actually take off the manned mission in 2022, they have to test these things rigorously, and then only they can send human beings. Looking at the success that ISRO has in the past several missions, we can be confident that they can do it.
It may be also interesting to know about the food used by the astronauts in the space to be launched mission in Gaganyaan, some refrigeration system or some cooling system or some shelf life of the food to be taken by them.
No, you see, shelf life is not a matter of concern, because they will go for only a few days. But the way food is eaten in space is totally different from the way we eat it on Earth. Because we cannot drink water like we do here, because there is no gravity. It will spread all over the cabin. Then food also. See, you have to eat food in such a way that no particles, no fragments can scatter, because then they will float in space. Actually, they prepare special kind of food for eating in space, so that the danger of spilling or scattering or spreading doesn't happen. So all these things have to be taken care of, because even a small thing we take it so lightly on Earth where we have a gravity may be very dangerous in space where there is no gravity, because anything that you leave free will float around and it can get into anything.
Basuji, your message to the team ISRO scientists involved in 50th mission of PSLV and 75th launch from Sriharikota today.
No, of course, we are all happy, and we can only say hats off to all of them, because the way, as I told you, that this mission was taken up only 14 days after the Cartosat 3 mission, which is one of the most quickest sequence in which satellites have been launched, and that also perfectly, because this shows the readiness and the preparedness of ISRO scientists in performing whatever they are doing. Because as I was watching this launch and then the scientists were talking, each component, each thing had to be tested repeatedly, and then only they had to be put in this system. So ISRO is developing, trying to do everything indigenously in India. That is a big achievement for a country like ours.
Congratulations to Team ISRO on 50th mission of PSLV and 75th launch from Sriharikota. Thank you, Basuji.
You were listening to a discussion on successful launch of Earth observation satellite RESAT 2BR1. The participants were Biman Basu, science expert, and Nimish Kapoor, journalist. The program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. This program is also available on our website newsonair.com. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates. You may email your opinion about this program at airnsdtalks@gmail.com.